Hello, folks. Today I want to talk about AI automation, especially for business use cases. Over the past several years, we've seen a significant boost in how AI automation is being integrated into many businesses, and 40% performance boost with AI automation for some of the organizations that have actually adopted AI automation. So in this short video, I want to explain some of the key concepts and how AI is being implemented in um, organizations and how folks can actually get into AI automation and also guide businesses for them to be more productive and automate some of the repetitive tasks. So why AI automation matters? This is a business use case that are being used right now. So we've seen 7x growth in AI job posting since 2012. We've also seen 40 to 60% time saved on many repetitive tasks, about 1.5% annual productivity growth, and business reports increased productivity by up to 64% for some of the businesses that implemented AI automation. Now, what is AI automation? Basically, here is what it is. There's a difference between AI prompting, which a lot of people have seen, where you go to something like ChatGPT or Claude and you prompt it to give you some answers and that you or output that you need. And there's a difference between that. AI automation is different from that. So AI prompting is basically you enter instructions into an AI system like a ChatGPT or Claude, and it generates an output manually. However, AI automation is basically you integrating AI tools into structured workflows that run automatically without any manual intervention. And why does this matter? Basically, you can do this to streamline repetitive business tasks. You can connect multiple tools, platforms. You basically reduce manual intervention and human work error. And also it scales operations without adding headcounts, adding more people to do your work. Now, there are AI workflows and applications that are used to make automation have a big impact. And some of these are basically, you can use AI as a report generating tool. And this is where basically you can automatically compile data, analyze trends, and basically create comprehensive reports without manually entering the data. The AI can go in and get the data and actually do it for you without a human actually doing that. Another one is for sales pipeline. This is massive because AI automation can basically monitor your leads. It can follow up with your customers. It can update your CRM systems and basically alert the team whenever opportunities basically in real time. And another one is basically data synchronization. And it keeps data information updated across multiple systems. And basically, no matter, you're not going to have like duplication of data because the AI will tell what information has been entered and can reduce that. Another one is email management. I use this personally a lot, where the AI automation can basically classify, generate a response, and basically extract key information from the emails. And basically, it can route them to the appropriate team members if need be. We see AI automation again in a lot of customer support. It basically handles frequently asked questions, ticket routing, sentiment analysis, and basically provides instant response 24/7. So even if during the business off hours, this AI can actually answer and run some of this customer support without someone being there. And obviously, we do see a lot of AI in social media. So you can have your social media post automated. It can monitor your engagements in social media. It can basically analyze sentiments and basically generate content automatically. So these are some of the critical ways that AI is being used in your automation for your business to continue. Now, the good thing is before you use any services, you need to know coding. Now, there are a lot of no code, which means you don't need to be writing a program language. If you can understand workflows, you can understand how like a chart flow, like one thing leads to this and that, you can basically automate some of these AI tools. And in this slide, there are some of the most common no-code AI tools that are out there. So make.com is pretty good. It has a visual flow and has over 1,000 integration with other applications. And another one is Zapier. Zapier is very, very easy to use and intuitive. And basically, if you are starting just to learn AI automation, it's a good start. And it has 5,000 plus apps it can connect to and work in a workflow. Another one is Edit, and this is an open source. It's highly customizable and it's pretty, it has a learning curve. So someone who's technical users can actually use this, but it does take a little bit of work. And you can use this cloud-based, and also you can host it locally. So which means you can have a server and have it run in there. Most of us have been using ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has APIs, and these APIs can be integrated to automate some of this workflow. And it can do things like text generation, it can do analysis, and it can even do processing of critical information. Claude is another AI tool. It's by Anthropic, and Claude AI, its API can also do advanced reasoning and analysis. It's excellent for basically documentation processing. Anything that has to do with writing a code, writing processes, Claude is excellent for that. And the next one is Audible. Audible basically is a smart database that works as a hub for basically automate your workflows, and it also does data management. So these are some of the key no-code tools that are making automation so easy and seamless. Now, how does automation work? Basically, there are 5 steps to this process. So everything starts with a trigger. So let's say, for example, you want to automate your email. So the trigger will be an email. You want like an automatic response to an email. So the first thing is the email comes in, and the incoming email will be the trigger. Now, once the trigger hits, and then you have something, you have to collect and gather the required data from whatever that email. So the email will be like someone saying, asking emailing you about a question about your business. How much are your prices for your consultation? And so it will collect all that information in the email. Then it will process it with an AI analyzer and transforms. So this is where ChatGPT can go in and say, okay, what is the question? You can train it to say, if you can put in all the business, like your prices, and it will analyze it based on the question that's being asked. It will process it, and then it will execute an action. And that action will be, it's going to reply with whatever question was asked. It will reply that with whatever, like for example, if it's asking for the price, these are our prices. And then once it sends it, it will monitor and track how that response is, so it can optimize. So again, here's another example here. So let's say you have a lead magnet. The trigger will be a new lead fills out a form on your website. And then the next part will be the collect, right? So it will extract the name, the email, the company, and the requirements. Now it will process it. And basically the AI will score the lead to see if it's a qualified lead or if it's not a qualified lead, and how good that lead is. It will determine the priority and then put it there. Then it will act. So it may add that lead to a CRM system saying, hey, this is a great lead, and this person is really, really interested in getting our services. And basically it will send an email notifying the sales team that this person is interested. And finally, it will track the engagement. When somebody follows up with that lead, was it a credible lead? And then if it needs to follow up, it does that. So this is kind of how an AI system can automate your entire lead magnet management workflow. Now, understanding AI agent is very, very important. So what an AI agent, what does it do? It's basically autonomous AI system that can make decisions on its own. It doesn't need manual inputs. It can take actions without someone telling it to, just by getting a trigger and something that triggers it. And basically what it does is a complete task with minimal human oversight. So once you set it up, it basically can just do things automatically, and maybe a human may just need to monitor it to just make sure it's doing what it needs to do. They have what's called Agentic AI. And this is basically systems that operate independently with greater intelligence. It adapts to situation and learn from its outcome. So, what are some of the popular AI agent platform? Obviously we've heard of ChatGPT, which is great for it's a web browser and it's great for analyzing files, executing code autonomously. And then the one I like a lot is Claude. I tend to write a lot of documentation, so I use Claude a lot. Basically, it helps you to navigate. Like it has an interface that helps you navigate and complete like complex tasks. Another one is a custom agent such as Make, and then N8N, and this basically builds specialized agents for your business. This is where a lot of the autonomy is, And so now with every AI tool, there's some concerns, and organizations and individuals alike have some concerns. And when you're using these tools, you have to be careful for certain things. The first one is data privacy. You want to make sure that sensitive data is protected, and you want to review to make sure that you don't expose data that are sensitive to your organization or individual. Also, AI comes with a cost. Every time they're doing this processes they're running, they're eating up what's called tokens. And you can, uh, based on how you're using it, you can spend some money. And so what you want to do, you want to set some spending limits, and you want to set up your AI agents to be cost optimized, and they're not just running and costing you money, and which kind of will offset the point that you're using it in your business, which is to cut costs and be more efficient. They also do need human oversight, especially if you're starting an AI agent. You want to make sure that you pay attention to it, you watch what it's doing, just to make sure that you didn't make any mistakes and it's working the way it was intended to. So review your AI outputs regularly, and then train the staff, the people that are using it, on how to use AI responsibly. And obviously, we see a lot of abuse where people are using AI unethically. So you wanna use AI ethically. You wanna make sure that you establish clear guidelines within your organization. You're transparent as far as when you're using it, and then also it does. Um, it's human beings that are creating these things, so it does have some biases. So you want to try to make sure you avoid biases with AI decision making, and obviously, you want to maintain a brand integrity. You don't want to just be that person that's just going out there and using AI. Some of the best practices is basically start with simple, low risk workflows, just to kind of test it out and see how things are. Test thoroughly before you go fully implementation within your organization. You want to document the process clearly. So again, from a learning curve, and then if something goes wrong, within that step where things went awry. And also you want to train your team to just make sure they know how to use the AI, and also how they can monitor the automations. And also you want to, obviously continue to optimize the cost, because if you don't, you're going to run into some issues. And obviously you want to make sure the data is performance is good. Now, if you use AI correctly, there's some gains and there's some returns on and some business impact. So organizations that have used AI well can see up to 60 to 80% reduction in processing time, especially for tasks that are repetitive. AI is great at just compiling that and then just making that work without having someone always doing that job. You can see 40% performance improvement within your organization. And a lot of times companies that use it properly, obviously with the things we've talked about, can see 3 to 6 months the money they invested in that AI automation payback, which is pretty good. And obviously, businesses that usually are 9 to 5 or work at specific hours, with AI automation, they can literally run like a 24/7 operations. Now, these are just some averages for small businesses. They usually can spend $2,000 to $5,000 in labor cost. That can be, an operational cost that can be saved from, using AI automation. And for mid companies, the average you can see about $10,000 to $30,000 in efficiency gains. And for large enterprises, you can see anywhere from 100,000 and up across the multiple departments where they can be saving money by utilizing AI automation. Now, if you're ready for real AI transformation, Imotech Solutions, we're a cloud and AI based company. So we've done work for government agencies, private companies, nonprofits. If you would like to know more about AI and you want to see how you can implement some of these into your organization, please feel free to reach us. Our headquarters is based in Annapolis, Maryland. Also, you can send us email at info@imo-tech.com, and you can visit our website, imo-tech.com. And our services include AI automation and consulting, custom software developments, and we can integrate AI into some of these software as well. We also do IT training. We can come in and better train your organization how they can responsibly use AI and some of the other tech companies. And we're a cloud and cybersecurity solutions company. We have expertise in cloud and database and cybersecurity. So we can help you implement things in place to secure your data, secure your company's information, and also what's the best practice, how you can responsibly use AI without compromising your organization. Till the next time, I'm Mohammed Fafana. Thanks for watching.